Hello, this is Sybil Harmony, psychic medium and healer, and happy Easter. And I'm sitting in a special place. This is my hand-carved statue of Yeshua in the background. Of course, I have my Easter lilies, which are actually the female, and then you have the male, the part sticking out, the male energy. So they're actually a symbol for healing people who are gay, like helping them feel accepted. And I know they put them in churches a lot, especially around Easter. I'm not really religious, but I am very spiritual, and I do have a deep connection to Jesus. I did talk to him. He appeared to me. Talks to me a lot when I ask, and he did appear to me I wrote about that in my book, White Rainbows, when I received a message from him. And this is this hand-carved statue that I got in a different part of the world where I studied, where they were practicing faith healing. A lot of the stuff on TV is not real anymore, but I have seen real faith healing, and I've trained in that. And in parts of the world where they were a combination of faith healers and shamans. And so this was hand-carved. This one was hand-carved in the Philippines, this Jesus statue. And to me, he's all about love, forgiveness, healing, and manifestation in his teachings. My ancestors go back to Egypt, back to the Gnostics. So I may be a type of Christian, but not, I'm all religion and no religion. But I wanted to share this with you on Easter. Now, I have some other statues here in the house that I've gotten from other parts of the world. And after I spent a long time meditating in these places, that I would go to this island that I went to in the Philippines where there were a lot of healers. I saw a lot of amazing things. It changed the way I thought about everything, what is possible and what isn't. And so I really received some gifts, and I'm very grateful for the training and the gifts I received there. But what happened to me is, you know, like in the Harry Potter movies where the pictures would move? Well, that's what started happening to me when I came back. After spending a couple of years meditating in different churches and places around the world. I also went to Delphi, to the Temple of Apollo, because that's where the Sibyls were, and that's my name, Sybil. So, and beautiful country, Greece. Loved it there. But so what happened to me after I spent time there, this is going to sound really weird, but like the Harry Potter movie where the pictures move, the statues would start to move. So if I stare at them at night when the lights would be down low, they would start to move around. And you know, I can see spirits and my guides around them. And it helps me in my healing practice especially when I'm on the phone, because I can look at what chakra, where the energy is around the deity that I'm looking at. That gives me a visual. I'm very visual. I'm clairvoyant. So anyway, this is the beautiful, and as you can see, he's pointing to the heart. So it's the healing. This is where my heart opened, and I cried a lot when that happened, letting go of all that pain and the suffering that I had been through in earlier parts of my life, and finally finding peace and being able to open my heart. And that was really the beginning of my awakening. Happened in 2006, and then again in 2000. It's like there's different layers. It's not like there was just one time. It actually happens over lifetimes for most people, but there can be significant, like if you've had an illness or a near-death experience, which I had both of those as well. I've had an interesting life. What can I say? Okay, so I wanted to make this video and share my Easter blessings and let Yeshua, which is the Aramaic name for Jesus. And I hope I don't offend anybody, and I hope that Christian people don't get mad at me, because I love God, I love Goddess, I love... God may be a woman. That's how I feel about it. But we call it God. And so I have some cards to share with you. But the first thing I wanted to share was I wanted to say prayers for the people of Ukraine that have passed, especially everyone, especially the children, but everyone. It's like surreal. We're living through a time of the second Holocaust. That's what it feels like to me. And the people who have died there, now this may sound weird, is we sign up as souls. We have lessons and agreements of things that we're coming, like a mission we come in to do here, or things we come in to learn about or be of service. And there are certain doorways where a soul can leave. It doesn't mean that you have to leave the physical plane and go back into spirit at that time, which is your passing. But I'm not really sure, I haven't looked at this, how this works with war, but I do know that everyone who's there signed up to be a hero, because they're fighting for us. They're living through that. I mean, we lived through Trump here, which was a Putin, to me, was a Putin-installed government, and the craziness and the misinformation. It's the exact same thing as Russia. And people are starting to say that, even on the mainstream channels now, recognizing what happened to us. And then as soon as he couldn't control America, he went in there. He couldn't destroy NATO. And so I do continue to say, this is the end of Putin. It's the beginning of the end. And those people are saints, they're heroes, they're earth angels, because anyone who's passed there and anyone who's fighting there is fighting the fight for all of us. So we really want to support them daily with our prayers and blessings and light of their beautiful souls and their energy. Now, they may not consciously understand that's what's going on, but it's just kind of surreal. And a lot of times I don't mention it, or I try to tune out, because it's so overwhelming and it's hard to deal with. It's just going to take decades, maybe even centuries of healing to, generations to come to peace with what's happened there. But I continue to, I believe in Earth, I believe in the people, I believe that Ukraine will win their country back, and that all the souls that pass there are forever honored in God's, in Yeshua's light, in the spirit of their sacrifice for our earth and what they're doing for all of us. And it's time for this kind of madness of one man's ego trip destroying the planet. And I hope that we can all look at our egos and what divides us, and celebrate people and lift them up rather than kill them, because we can't control them, and take all the money. Yeah. So, okay. So I have a couple other things that I wanted to share. I mentioned Elon Musk in a video. I mentioned that I did not see him letting Trump back on Twitter. And now I don't even think he's going to get it. I don't think they're going to sell it to him. It's just like, we're kind of done with one person having all the power kind of stuff. I just don't see him getting on there. Now, there's free will, things change, but right now it looks like I don't see him getting Twitter. So, yay. And even if he did, he wouldn't have put Trump back on there, because it's free speech, but that doesn't mean you can promote propaganda. There needs to be a difference. I feel like we as a society and a world in America, need to figure that out better. It's like you can't yell fire in a crowded theater or threaten to kill people, so you can't do that. So why should you be able to spread propaganda and lies? I feel like Fox News is really the one that brought that poison to America, and they should not be on the air. And they do like these silly shows with people, a lot of people who are just like somebody they found. They do have some politicians or doctors on there, and once in a while they have it. I watch because I'm just interested to see like what are they talking about. But a lot of this stuff is just either flat out lies. They're trying to destroy Biden, trying to pretend, because he was going like this, like, should I go that way? So they said, oh, he's trying to shake somebody's hand who's not there. He's delusional. And he stutters when he talks. So they say, well, he's lost his mind. He's too old. Or he was trying to find the way off. Have you ever been somewhere new and been trying to find your way off the stage? You know, like he's got a lot of stuff on his mind. I mean, if you listen to him talk, he can talk fine. He just has a stuttering issue. And I don't, you know, I didn't used to like him that much, but he has so much light around him. And he's really trying to do some good things. I do see that, let's see, is inflation going to go down? I mean, it's a worldwide problem. It's not him doing it. It's the greedy companies and the oil companies, the oil countries. So is inflation going to go down this year? Somewhat. I don't know when. And will it go down in May? Yeah, it looks like he's doing that gas, letting out gas, extra gas. So it looks like that's going to happen in May. Okay. And then exciting, the January 6th, more and more stuff is coming out about that. And it's pretty much laid out, but it'll be interesting to watch them do the whole presentation, how they put it together. I follow it pretty regularly, so I'm just amazing the way they tried to, and none of those people, because of the 14th Amendment, if you've tried to cause an insurrection or committed treason or tried to underhandedly take over the government, the 14th Amendment, I believe that's what it's something like that, but it says that you cannot, cannot hold office in the United States government. So, yay, that means none of those people should be in office. So that could be how we take back the Senate and the Congress. And I did see Mitt Romney leaving. My guide showed me that. I feel like it's sad that he's leaving. I don't really like his policies or anything, but at least he was decent. At least he was not trying to destroy democracy and occasionally voting for like a completely excellent, very ethical Supreme Court Justice Ketanji. He voted for her and clapped, and the rest of them walked out on him. So I don't feel like he feels like this isn't like it used to be. And so I don't know. I haven't looked on whatever his website to see if he's running. But either I feel like he decides not to run or he doesn't win. And somebody kind of like him, because I saw him in a business suit. He's a businessman. And then I saw him leaving the Senate and somebody coming in who's a businessman as well. But I feel like it's somebody who might be a moderate Democrat. I don't feel like a normal Republican could win. Is it going to be a Republican that wins? It could be. It could be a Republican that will vote with the Dems on certain reasonable things. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I feel like it. But I saw the Senate, like, I feel like it's going to be a surprise. It's, of course, oh, it's a ways off. Let me ask. Will, and we have free will, so we'll keep looking at it, but will we win? Will the Dems keep the majority, or will keep the majority in the Senate? Uh-oh. Will we win more seats in the Senate? Will the Dems win in 2022, win more seats in the Senate? Yeah. Maybe a couple. Okay. All right. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was prayers for Ukraine and Mitt Romney, Elon Musk, and just gun violence. And so Biden passed those laws. Okay, so the economy getting better, in a little bit, price of gas going down. I do feel like there's also going to be bills going through. Is there going to be bills going through charging companies with price gouging? Is it gonna, are they gonna, that doesn't look good. Are they gonna, is the Senate or the Congress gonna hold companies responsible for price gouging in America this spring or summer? Yes. Yes. At first, no, it's gonna be hard, but I do feel like it's popular. People really are not happy with the way that, you know, they're being overcharged. And so, yes, I feel like it comes up. I don't feel like the Republicans will vote for it. Will any Republicans hold companies responsible for price gouging in America? No. No, they won't. But it looks like we have enough of a majority. We should be able to do that. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Oh, I have a couple cards for this week that came through. One is get body work, exercise, physical therapy, training, or energy healing. So there's a full moon today. This is April 16th. And then we have a lunar eclipse. Is it a lunar? I think it's a lunar eclipse at the end of this month. So endings and starting new things, but, you know, it's a time to let go of energy and that isn't serving you. So energy healing is a wonderful way to do that. And then we have this card coming in, the Five of Abundance. So getting, asking for help, letting yourself receive help, giving help. So when you give, it always comes back to you if you give with a happy, open heart. And then being able to receive, asking for help if you need it. So that card's coming in. And then heavenly signs. So receiving signs from your guides, from your loved ones on the other side. Pay attention. It can come in a bird or a butterfly coming close by, electrical equipment, dreams. I always get tapping on the walls whenever I'm doing mediumship. And then, of course, we have a card from Jesus coming through and bringing a message for everybody on Easter who's watching this video or Easter week. And it says, be of good comfort. Your faith has made you whole. Isn't that a beautiful card? So be of faith. Have faith. And I was seeing that earlier today. Have faith in I know our world looks crazy. It does not look good now. But have faith. The Ascended Masters are watching over us, the angels, and we are being helped. We are being guided. And courage. Isn't that true? Courage. They're saying, have courage. And a message from loved ones. I feel like somebody needs a message from their loved ones. Oh, it's beautiful on the other side. We're the ones that get left behind, having to grieve and stuff. They're fine. They're in a beautiful place on the other side in unconditional love. So may you have a blessed and amazing week. And thank you for liking and subscribing. And please leave questions if you have anything that you want me to answer. I'm happy to do that. If you'd like to book a personal reading, I'm Sybil Harmony at SybilHarmony.com. Thank you, and namaste. Blessings. Ramadan. There's a pagan new energy. I don't know what's that called. Sorry. Please forgive me. I don't know that. Oh, the statue is starting to move. If you look at him, it starts to move a little bit. I see. Because that's the way my vision works. My clairvoyance. What other, is it Passover? No, I don't think I'm sorry. I don't know. That's terrible. Happy spring, everybody.